Folks just finishing up their work week, making their way into Rogers Center here in Toronto. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Jay Happ gets the call for game one of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Jay Happ, big, tall guy, about 6'4", 215 pounds, has really put things together. Not overpowering, but pinpoint control. Reminds me a lot of former AL Cy Young Award winner Cliff Lee. Control with really good stuff, good fastball, good changeup, and his curveball is getting a lot better.
Striding into the box, Avisail Garcia. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch on its way. First of three here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they come in trying to put together a complete ball game as they've lost their last two.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big night.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matt, we all know it. The man to watch, Giancarlo Stanton. He's hit over 40 home runs this season, so he's a threat every time he goes to the plate. I've been so impressed with his power output, and obviously, he's not done yet.
Here's Neil Walker. In past meetings with Jay Happ, he's totaled 4 hits in 17 at-bats. Here comes the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Good night for baseball all in all. Game time temperature 63 degrees. Bases are empty, one man out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Roll, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Hit on the ground out to short. There to field it is Tulowitzki. On to first, and Happ's rolled in now, 2 away.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here's big Aaron Judge. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Judge, who fittingly gets the nickname All Rise. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
The 1-1. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Nothing for the Yankees in their first. The Blue Jays' first set of swings next on MLB Network. Masahiro Tanaka will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, it's not easy to bunch anything together against this guy. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of under 1.10. So we may see some hit and run. We may see some bunting, and we may see some running, because if you want to lay around and try to get hits off this guy, that's not the right thing to do. One of the top pitchers in the game right now.
Settling in now, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, coming off a 500 homestand, you would have liked to have played better in front of your home crowd. I get that. But they have a chance to right the ship right here. Get on the winning side, push forward, game one of this road trip. It's not going to be easy.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I've got an eye on Troy Tulowitzki. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. In past meetings with Tanaka, he's gone 2 for 6. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. One and one the count now. 1 out, nobody on. Sent on the ground out to second. And there are 2 away now.
Batting third, third baseman.
Stepping in for the Jays, Justin Smoke. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's by him for strike 1.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Ready to deliver the 1 and 2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. At the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. First delivery to him on the way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. The 1-1. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. And the Yankees are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. This guy's been producing at the plate all year long, and this at-bat is no different. He's probably surprised it didn't leave the yard after the season he's having, but he'll just have to settle for a double.
Stepping up now, Gary Sanchez. Comes into this one ranked number 6 in the American League home run race. First delivery to him on the way. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul.
Tried the old ambush tactic, and it almost worked right there. Wasn't able to keep that first pitch fastball fair. The at-bat, he's got a lot left in this. If he's able to let that one go, I still think he can have a quality AB.
The 0-1 pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. In past meetings with Jay Happ, he has a 3 for 12 line. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. And that misses. 2-1. Happ is a strikeout master on the mound. It will not be uncommon to see him reach a double-digit strikeout total when he goes out there. He uses that to his advantage in just about every start.
He sure does, Matty V. And I think one of the keys for him is he gets ahead in the count early. You'll know if he's on when he gets strike 1, strike 2 early on, and then he expands the zone, has great command of his pitches, and has a knack for making hitters chase pitches out of the strike zone.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for out number 1.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And let's focus our attention on outfielder Randall Grichuk. It's the ability to put it together every day on a consistent basis that's going to separate this guy from superstar to average big leaguer. Look for him to make an impact on one side of the ball today.
So coming to the plate, Didi Gregorius. From the stretch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
Clearly staying away from him in this at bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
The 1-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
Brandon Drury will bat next. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped high in the air. Smoke is there, and the side is retired. Yanks leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Stepping into the box, Randall Grichuk. And he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Pitch on the way. Squared that one up just a little late. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Didi Gregorius. Not only has this guy been knighted, yes, they call him Sir Didi back in his homeland, Curacao. He's one of the best ball players coming down the pike, starting with Andrew Jones, Xander Bogaerts, and it's Didi Gregorius' time. Hits from the left side of the plate with power and the ability to go in the hole with one of the strongest arms in the game.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lofted in the air out to right field. Judge is on his horse, and he makes the catch for the second out. Coming to the plate now, Yonhervis Solarte. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Tanaka into his motion. Here comes the first pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw on to Walker at first, and the inning is over. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll move to the third with no score. So striding in, Jesus Aguilar. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the changeup is way low that time. Aguilar, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. He takes the turn and heads for second. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. And he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
Hey, two tough pitches right there, and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Liner towards second. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, hero. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
And he'll be back in standing up. So here is Avisail Garcia as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Second appearance here. He grounded out to start the ball game. 1-0. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the run will cross to make this a 1-0 Yankee lead.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Digging in now, Neil Walker. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Richard is after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
And I think that may have been a situation where the runner on first was waiting to see if the ball was going to get down or not. If there were 2 outs, he most likely scores there. Instead, he has to hold it third. Can't really fault him for that, though.
Into the box now, Aaron Judge. And he'll take a look at ball 1. Now the 1-0. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Standing in, Giancarlo Stanton, runner in scoring position with Sugan. He's set, and the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. The 2-0 on the way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with a double. Tack on another RBI to his season total.
In now, Gary Sanchez. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Richard is there. And that's the third out. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 3, the Jays 0. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the shortstop Troy Tulowitzki heads in to start out the inning. First offering on its way. Missed with a slider.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Tulowitzki who's long been referred to as just Tulo, of course. He was selected in the first round back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Fastball called, strike three, and there's the first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Devin Travis. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Here's a high pop-up. Walker waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
Batting ninth, catcher
Russell Martin now. In past meetings with Tanaka, he's totaled 4 hits in 22 tries. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Martin, a Canadian native. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had can't go unnoticed, and he's had an amazing career.
Again, he sends it out of play. Tanaka gets the sign, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They trail in this one 3-0. Here's Didi Gregorius.
leading off for the game.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Leaves a slider right over the middle. Way in front of a great slider that time.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
Smoke ranging into the outfield, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, Brandon.
Coming to the plate now, Brandon Drury. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. Three runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And he misses low with it, 2-0. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. The 2-1 home. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit in the air to center field. Pilar's there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jesus Aguilar.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jesus Aguilar. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat. hit the other way out toward right field. Richard giving chase, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, but they lead it 3-0. Striding in, Kevin Pillar. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
First delivery to him on the way. And the slider stayed low, apparently, for a ball. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. Now the 2-0. Popped him up. Walker in foul ground. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 1, designated hitter, Aledmys Diaz.
Next will be the designated hitter, Aledmys Diaz. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch on its way. There's a strike. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Here's Justin Smoke now. And, Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First offering on its way. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. This year against right-handed pitching, Smoke is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage. Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
A ball and 2 strikes now. 2 out, nobody on. Now it's driven the other way with some authority, headed toward the foul pole. And that nearly would have got him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here off the bat of Justin Smoke. 24 home runs for him on the season, and the Blue Jays are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Only the first hit of the night, but it was a big one. He absolutely punished that mistake, and you have to wonder if that will open the floodgates a little.
Here's Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk.
As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Tanaka sets his sights. Here's the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Stanton has a read on it, and that ends the inning. Jays get one back on the solo home run. We're through 4. It's the Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 1. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth.
Second baseman, number 25.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one.
1 ball, no strikes.
The 1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
The 1-2. Popped him up. Martin has a play. He's got it one away.
Up next for the Yankees, center fielder.
Digging in once again, Avisail Garcia. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. First offering on its way. Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball one. Three to 1 our score as we play inning number 5. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
And they'll apply the tag here for the out.
The first baseman.
Here's Neil Walker. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. And the pitch. Fouled off.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Count remains at 0-2. The 0-2 once more is a fastball down below the knees.
1-2.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Here now the 2-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Travis fields it cleanly. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Now at the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Throw on to first, in time, one away. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the fifth, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Digging in, Yonhervis Solarte. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0. On the year, Solarte is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. High in the air into shallow left center. Calling for it, Stanton makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Tanaka sets his sights. First pitch on the way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And there's a base hit on the line. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Up next for the Blue Jays, second baseman, Devin Travis.
Stepping in, Devin Travis. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Tulowitzki leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit out towards second. Torres scoops it up. Throw on to Walker at first, and the inning is over. 1 left for Toronto. They still trail it here 3-1. Now at the plate, Aaron Judge. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pillar's there, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Giancarlo.
Digging in and looking for more, Giancarlo Stanton.
And he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time. And, oh, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. That smoked, but right into the shift. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Here it comes. Missed with a slider.
2-1.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Fouled away. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Once again a 3-2. A swing and a ground ball to third. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So they'll get a 2-out base runner here as we check out the list of the best hitting teams roughly midway through the season. And in fact, that number is not only the highest in all the American League, but is actually the highest in all of baseball. At the plate, Didi Gregorius. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way, and it's fouled away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A high fastball is in there. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. A runner on first with 2 away. A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. This is line to left. Hernandez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. The Yankees lead it 3-1. Russell Martin now. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Now here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1 home to Martin. And that one stayed up a little high.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Smoked on the ground left side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. With that, the Jays put their leadoff man on to start the inning.
Center fielder number 11, Kevin Pillar.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Kevin Pillar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. 1 there. Return throw not in time, and that turned into a closer play than I thought it would at first sight.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home. Clips the zone low and outside for a strike. Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count. One-two pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. There to play it is Garcia, and that becomes out number 2. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Justin Smoke is working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Tanaka pauses. First pitch on its way. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in now, Rendell Gritchick as he rips it on the ground to second. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We're through 6 full. The Yankees lead it 3-1. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Sun Hwan-Oh is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 22, Sun Hwan-Oh.
Brandon Drury will bat next. No hits to this point.
Third baseman, Brandon Drury.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gritchick has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. Striding forward now is the DH, Jesus Aguilar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. Up around the face. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And, oh, he thought that was ball 4, but it's called a strike. 3-1 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
So digging in now, Gleyber Torres, a hit in 2 tries so far. From the belt, kicks and deals. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. Tulowitzki for one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Bottom of the seventh. Get up and stretch here in Toronto. It's the Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 1. So stepping in, Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
0-1 the count.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. So 1-1. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Back goes Garcia at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he'll make it into third base with a leadoff triple.
Every coach will tell you when you're down by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the base pass. Regardless, he hustles into third for the triple, and the tying run is coming to the plate.
Now in the box, Yonhervis Solarte. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses for ball 1. Hernandez, the runner at third with no outs. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Weak roller right side. Walker fields it cleanly, and they'll only be able to get the out at first here as the run is in to score from third.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
Standing in, Troy Tulowitzki. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball out toward left center field. Stanton has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in, Devin Travis. A pop out and a ground out for him to this point. First pitch on its way. Hit out towards second. Torres picks it up. Throw on to Walker at first, and the inning is over. So 1 run here on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Yankees 3, the Blue Jays 2. So here is Avisail Garcia. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Here's Neil Walker. Here's the first pitch to him. Just got a piece of the fastball that time as it's chopped foul at the plate for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Now at the plate, Aaron Judge. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Russell Martin now. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you see there, that number has him tied for second in the AL in that category. Now to the plate, Kevin Pillar, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit to short. Taken in by Gregorius. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Now batting, designated hitter, Aledmus Diaz.
At the plate now is the designated hitter, Aledmus Diaz. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Popped him up. Gregorius over to his right, and that's the third out. 4 pitches, all it takes to retire the Jays. They're down 3-2. Welcome back to MLB Network. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. Tyler Clippard enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Giancarlo Stanton now. So far 2 for 3 in this one.
Left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Here comes the first pitch. And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Now batting, catcher.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. That's inside. 2-0. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
1-run game here in the top of the ninth. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3. The 3-1. He loses him on ball 4.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count. The ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
Into the box now, Didi Gregorius. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. First pitch on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Sanchez leads off first with 1 away. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Hernandez going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center, number 18 for him on the campaign, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Well, any insurance run you could put on the board this late in the game feels like 2 runs. That's how important they are. They're up 3 now and only need 3 more outs to end this one. See if they can close the deal.
Now batting,
Brandon Drury will bat next as he puts it on the ground to third. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jesus Aguilar.
Next for New York, Jesus Aguilar. It was a walk in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Drives it out to deep right center field. Richard ranging back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, that's his second double of the game, and I thought it might have enough to get out of here. Banged it off the wall, and he's looking really good in this one.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres.
And he hits it hard to the right side.
Travis showing off his range. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. One last shot for the Jays coming up. It's now 5-2 New York. Here's Justin Smoke now. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
First baseman, Justin Smoke.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Smoke is retired, and there's 1 away.
Right fielder number 15, Randall Grichuk.
Here's Randall Grichuk. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way. And that one right down Main Street.
So far, this has been a very productive outing. We're into the middle innings of this one, and his pitch count is down, and this might be one of those starts where he can work deep into this game, possibly into the 8th or 9th inning.
The windup and the 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ground ball right into the shift. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Digging in to try it again. Teoscar Hernandez tripled and scored in his last at-bat, and we'll see what he does for a follow-up act here. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a knee-high fastball. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Grichuk stands at first with 1 out. You can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Standing in now, Yonhervis Solarte popped him up. He brings it in, and the Yankees have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Yankees get their 30th win on the road so far this season. Masahiro Tanaka picks up his league-leading 13th win, turning in a very strong complete game effort. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Blue Jays, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is Masahiro Tanaka. His record is now 13-3. The loss goes to Jay Happ. He falls to 7-7. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the Rogers Center, 50,516. The Blue Jays thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.